the standard trellis with the tension fittings as opposed to the crossover clips for the grid. Really easy to install. Anybody can do it, honestly, with an Allen key and a spanner and a pair of wire cutters. The wire is 2.5mm 77, which is what we're going to use, but can also be used with a 3mm cable. It's standing 70mm from the wall, and this spacing is 500mm, which is optimum. We've just done it here on a 1 metre length, but the wire can actually go 5-6 metres if you want to, with all these interim eyes to avoid too much deflection. So have a look. Drill a hole into the brick and then put in the grey rawl plug. Push it in so that it's not protruding from the wall. Insert the screw into the rawl plug and turn it until
it is tight against the wall.
Put all the posts in the same way and make sure that all the eyes are aligned so that the cables can pass through them. The wire to the tensioner, first of all undo the grub screws. Just need to loosen them rather than take them out. Insert the wire so that it goes just as far as the second grub screw. And tighten the grub screws. So the wire is completely fixed in the tensioner now. Attach the tensioner to the eye, put the bolt through, then put on the nut halfway along because we're going to tighten that at the end, and then screw on the tensioner, making it quite loose because we're going to tighten it up and adjust it right at the end. So that's one end fixed. We then pass the cable straight through all the other eyes as far as the last eye where we're going to attach it to, and then we're going to cut off the wire, measuring it out a bit. We're now going to fix the wire to the other end of the run. So if we mark the cable against the end fitting, leaving it a bit loose because you need a few twists for adjustment, final adjustment. If you mark off where the middle grub screw is and then mark it with a pen so that you can see where to cut the cable. Okay, so we're now going to cut the cable. And we can put on this second tensioner in exactly the same way as we did the first one. So undoing the grub screws so that we can get the wire in. Inserting the wire to the middle. Doing up the grub screws again. Right, so we've got it at the correct length now. We can put on the nut. Wind on our tensioner. Now that we've got the end fitting attached to the cable, we're going to attach the end fitting now onto the bolts. So best to hold the bolt still so that we don't get any twist in the cable, and then using the Allen key tighten the bolt up on the outside. Make sure that the nut doesn't get in the way. Okay, so that's fairly tight but not quite tight enough, so we're just going to tension it off fully now. So I'm going to hold my, tighten it right up as far as it can go, pulling it really tight. And then holding the end with the Allen key, I'm going to lock the fitting off with a spanner so that it doesn't move. Get it really tight. There we go. We're going to do that the other end now to make sure that this end is firmed up as well. So Allen key in the end of the bolt, and then tighten, lock the nut off against the fitting. Okay, so that's all pretty tight now, and there's quite a lot of tension there on the wire.